Hello, everybody. My name is Jack,
I'm Richie.
I'm Alyssa.
and today we're chopping it up. And today we're introducing.
Special guest. My name is Zach. What is it? I just got hired here, social media, with my good buddy Jack here. Before this, I still do. I work for NAU Athletics as a photographer.
That's how we met this kid, and oh boy, is he good at his job. Very impressive work we've seen. So, scouted out the freshie before he can make any other commitments, and here he is now. So
He's locked in.
Hey, I'm glad to be with you guys. It's a great organization to work with, honestly.
Yeah, we
Everyone
went to
here.
Choppin last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a fun night. that was something for
Sushi
sure.
was good.
It was good. I didn't eat
It
everything.
was delish.
Wait,
Your
you guys all
Philadelphia roll
get
had so much
sushi?
cream
Yeah.
cheese.
You're the only one. I should have done that because you gave me some of yours. It was actually really
The
good.
hibachi?
The hibachi
Yeah.
was
He had
really
hibachi
good.
too.
Hibachi was
Oh, you guys
Oh, you
hibachi?
got hibachi?
Yeah.
Dude, it was delish. It
The
was
shrimp-
actually incredible.
It was so yum.
perfect.
It definitely had that. They used that B-Dubs Asian zing sauce.
My
100%.
sushi just had a little bit too much cream cheese for me though. There was a lot of cream cheese in my.
Yeah, it was very, very cheesy. Whenever you gave me one, I was like,
Yeah, I was passing them out. I gave you one. I gave one to Rich, and I gave one to Graham.
Yeah.
I was like passing it out.
yeah.
But it was
Me and
really
Zach
yum.
had our little corner of the hibachi table to ourselves, where we just watched the Game Awards last night.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of, that will be quite the topic of discussion. I don't know if you guys want to get into that now. I think first we should really introduce yourself and your creative background, because, I mean, would you consider yourself as a photographer or more than that?
There's actually a pretty big history behind it all. It all started in 2016. I was a little youngin'. I used to just make like video game edits on Roblox, Phantom Forces to be exact. Phantom Forces. It was a pretty big community actually. So I used to just edit. I used Sony Vegas. Actually, at the time, I used some free software. I don't even know what it was. Probably like Filmora or something.
Filmora. I don't even think that existed back then.
Yeah, right. Like,
But yeah.
I just used to, mess around, and that's kind of where it started. I kind of gained a love for content creation there, and I did it for a while. Like, honestly, up until maybe my freshman year of high school is kind of where I stopped there, and then from there, COVID year, I picked up a camera in hopes of starting video, and I wanted to create like short films and stuff, but it didn't really work out because the camera had no like continuous autofocus. I was like, okay, I'll just try taking pictures. So of course we were locked down, and I had so much time on my hands that I was just taking pictures in my backyard, or the few times I'd go outside, when we were able to. And kind of just where it started there. I was on the track team that year, and I decided to take my camera to some of the meets because they're very long. So I needed something to do to fill my time, and just taking pictures there, I kind of found a love for sports photography. It's just it's a lot for me. It's a lot more interesting than like portraits. You just find those little moments that make the whole thing. And then started shooting a couple of football games, and I kind of started to find a passion for it when people started asking me for my pictures, and I got a lot of feedback on them, a lot of compliments. A lot of people were asking me to come to their games and stuff. So from there, it kind of just, sprouted into this big thing. And then, all 4 years of high school, I ended up shooting sports. And like even towards the end, the school even would hire me to take pictures for like media days and stuff. So I would take pictures for their like senior banners and stuff.
Cool.
And they would use it for their social media. And, it kind of became a big thing for me. And I realized that I can definitely make a career out of this. And then I found myself here now shooting for, NAU Athletics. It definitely seems like it's going to be my future for sure. I have so much fun doing it. And then from there, I also started a business on the side where I do like mainly senior portraits. That was a huge thing at my school. There wasn't much competition for like senior photos and stuff. So a lot of the people came to me to take their senior portraits and whatever. So that was a really big thing for my business. And that helped me open up to like weddings and stuff. So I was able to make a big name for myself pretty early.
Nice.
And yeah, so that helped get me to where I am today. I feel like I have like a pretty big jump start on the other
Dude,
people
yeah,
that
and you're a freshman too, dude.
right,
That's
like
crazy.
that's what's crazy is I come here as a freshman with 4 years of sports photography experience on my back, so I think it's pretty big.
Yeah.
And 4 more years, and I'll have 8 years by the time I'm graduating. So it's pretty huge.
Do you consider photography and maybe even specifically sports photography as your calling, so to speak?
Actually, yeah. I've looked back on it. I have a lot of little interests as well. Like I'm really into like meteorology, like aviation, and a bunch of other stuff. Like those things caught my interest a lot when I was younger as well. But I kind of took photography and just ran with it. Like I found a lot, found it to be my passion, and I found it to be something that I just enjoy so much, and it's something that I'm able to connect with people. I've networked with a lot of people since then, so I think it's definitely going to be what I do for the rest of my life. It's probably certainly my calling. Yeah.
You guys should see this guy on the field. He's always out there, 2 cameras around his shoulder, uploading photos at the same time. He's like a one-man band out there, so it's very impressive.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, dude. Like I don't know. Like, what would you say? I'd say like give us like any crazy story, like about like just you shooting at a game. Because like I would say like mine would be like me at North Dakota when I went to North Dakota. Dude, it was a nightmare. Like once I like pregame, I was uploading photos to the Dropbox. It was completely fine. But once like 10,000 students came into the stadium, there's no Wi-Fi, and like I couldn't upload any photos, and it was just a huge like nightmare. Have you had anything like that recently?
Yeah,
or?
actually, yeah. I remember, I think it was the family weekend game.
Can you hold the mic a little closer?
Oh yeah. Sorry, the family weekend game. I think it was. When they sold out the whole stadium, and it was halftime, and I remember trying to upload the pictures, and I'm sitting there, and I'm on Dropbox trying to upload everything, and Dropbox straight up tells me it's gonna take 11 years to upload.
Dude,
11 years. So I'm like, okay, great. So I'm there. I'm trying to text Monica. Nothing's sending. So I'm like, wow. I am really dropping the ball here.
Yeah.
So it's halftime, and then I'm like, screw it. I take my laptop, I run all the way up to the offices, and like, man, that was terrible, especially because we're like high in elevation, and the Sky Dome is pretty big. Trying to walk up all the steps, like, man, I was gassed by the time I got up there. But
Yeah.
that was probably like one of my craziest recent stories.
It's always the upload, dude, that gets you.
It is, yeah. Other than that, like I never have issues. As long as the internet's fine, I'm good. I usually find it to be pretty easy.
Yeah. Were you there at that volleyball game when I was told like 4 times to move?
Yeah, dude, it was actually ridiculous. They just started to just have a problem.
This ref just had a problem with me, dude.
No way.
Like, at first they're like, "Oh, you had to go behind the dash lines," and I was like, "Okay, right."
That's like the actual rule, So
Yeah,
And she was
right.
like,
That's the most
"You have to go like 2 feet away from the benches," and I was just like, "Okay." And then she was like, "You actually have to sit on the chair."
That's so petty,
I was
man.
like, "What?"
That's within like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was within like 2 minutes. She would stop the game and tell me, and then
Wow.
like, I would be like, "Dude, there's no
It's like
way."
you're on timeout.
Everybody would just
Yeah.
look around, and then there was like another person like, "You have to be back there. You have to go back there," like as if they couldn't hear that whole time, like the ref saying that.
That's so wild.
Yeah, it was.
But it was
weird.
only me. Like there was like 2 other people like just like out and about. Still,
Yeah,
like,
no,
shooting
they
whatever
definitely had a
wanted.
personal issue with you.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
vendetta.
That's
dude.
so crazy. Like in my years of shooting sports, I maybe have gotten asked to move like 3 times.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna happen more in my career for sure, but like I've never really had an issue with it, and I'll be close, like I'll be like overstepping boundaries in some cases.
Yeah.
Not all the time though.
Just
but
for the shot.
just for the shot, like
Yeah.
What you gotta do?
yeah.
Only taking pictures of like track and field.
What's that?
I used to be on like yearbook, and I took pictures of track and field. That's my only experience with sports photography.
Dude, that's where I'd be so worried. Like I've shot track before. I'm always worried about getting in runners' ways. Or I mean, like I'm always off to the side, but like they get close to you. Like I'm scared sometimes. Or like shooting throwing is definitely one of the scariest ones because when I shoot throws, I'll be off to the side. I'm worried that like somebody's gonna like like throw off to the side. I'm
Just
gonna
shank
get
it just
Oh
a
my
little
gosh.
bit, dude.
like get absolutely domed by a discus or something. Like, that's my biggest fear for sure.
Yeah.
You said you played, right?
What's that?
You said you were on the track team.
I did. I threw in my freshman year.
Okay.
But then the rest of my 3 years of high school, I played baseball. So
Oh, sick. What
Yeah.
position were you?
I mainly played outfield.
Mhm.
Tried to get into first base, but I just played
You seem like
outfield.
you'd be a first base.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like I and especially because I'm left-handed, I can't play
There it
anything
is.
else
Yeah.
but the outfield or first base. So
You can get into pitching.
I pitched my senior year, wasn't good. I had 1 inning.
Nice.
My coach worked me into a JV game to pitch
As a senior?
as a senior,
That's
which
awesome.
you're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
But like I had never pitched in my life before. Like senior year is my first time ever like stepping on the rubber.
Holy crap.
I would have done good if
He's like, someone took me
If
450.
that batter
dead
wasn't
center.
in the way.
no. The funny thing is the only hits that I gave up that weren't errors was actually a triple, which is hilarious. And I remember like the contact was made. I'm looking like, dang. You know, like I was like, dang. But then there was a couple times where like it was a pop up to like right field, and the fielder out there, and it's JV, right? So they're trash. just drops it, like doesn't even catch it, just lets it go over his head. I'm like,
Oh
bro,
my gosh.
we could have been out of this,
He was just trying to go for extra cardio is all.
right? Like
It's
that was a
alright.
time.
That's
Yeah.
the worst when you're 2 outs in the inning, and then that last out is just the hardest one to get, dude. There's like 3 errors that happen behind you, and you're so frustrated.
Did you ever beam a kid?
No, I don't think I hit anyone. Actually, I think in that inning, I think I did hit one person.
Where'd you hit him?
Probably just in the thigh, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I was really only throwing fastballs because my catcher could not catch any of my off speed.
Dang, dude.
I'm like how?
What did you throw?
My
you had a
repertoire
slider on
was
you.
mainly just fastball, slider, curveball. I could kind of throw a changeup, but not really. But that was really it.
Slider and a curve.
Yeah.
I could only throw a slider, but it was a mean slider.
Hey man, slider's a good pitch to have. I gotta
I
say.
like the sliders for sure.
I like the 2-seam fastball.
I don't know anything about baseball.
That is, yeah. I started to throw a 2-seam.
The
as
2-seam
well.
comes in, and then it just hucks to
Yeah.
the right.
Yeah.
And it was just so
It's
nice.
It's
my
definitely the
head.
hardest to get like enough spin on it to really do something with it.
It's got
But
some
it
good
is
run on
very
it.
effective.
It's got
but
some
I feel
really
like
good
you
run.
can. I feel like you can just huck that thing.
Yeah,
Like,
you could just
come in
throw-
like
throw
that. I feel like it
outside.
goes a lot faster
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
4-seam.
It's,
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's actually pretty interesting. Both my roommates right now were on my baseball team. We played baseball all 3 years, and they were a lot better than me by every aspect. My buddy Roy, he threw a no-hitter
What?
in one of our games.
Nice.
Yeah, he had it was a mercy rule game too, so we only played 5 innings, and he had 12 strikeouts.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
And he only gave up 2 base runners. Like he was that close from a perfect game. And he that was the first no hitter in school program history. He
Wow.
broke the program history for
What?
home runs and everything. It was nuts.
Crazy.
Our team was pretty special. Now it's now we've all left, so
Yeah.
the team's kind of
It's a little the glory days.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. But it was fun though. I had a lot of fun playing.
Yeah.
How big is
Baseball
your
as well.
graduating class?
I think my graduating class it wasn't that big.
Drop my phone.
It was maybe 180, 190,
Okay.
maybe 200 at the most.
Mm.
We weren't that big of a school. I went to school at Santan Foothills High School. It's down in Santan Valley, Arizona.
Wait, Santan Foothills?
Yeah.
My friends went to Post and Butte.
Really?
Yeah.
That's literally just down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I like Post and Butte. So I have some of my friends who went to Post and Butte, so
Mhm.
that's pretty interesting actually. So,
I'll ask them if your name rings a bell to
yeah.
show this when it comes out on Monday.
Yeah, it was a fun school.
Or today, when they see it.
Yeah.
That's so funny. That's such a funny joke.
Well, why don't we shift to more of the gear that the rest of this episode will likely be on, and that's the creative side. So obviously you're used to sports photography, have wanted to, and I'm assuming have dived into video before. So with that being said, do you have any ideas of how you want to incorporate that with any of the esports programs we have here?
Yeah, especially since I've done video game editing in the past. I feel like that's something that I really want to get back to at some point. I have a lot of friends who still do that right now, and it's kind of like almost convinced me to come back at some point. I feel like, joining this program might get me to do that to some extent. And then to incorporate that with video would be really cool. Like, I know you worked on that, was it the Elevate video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like doing something like that would be so much fun. Like doing some kind of like docu-series, like documenting our players and stuff, and then incorporating like the video game clips into that and stuff. I feel like would be so much fun. And I feel like that's definitely what can bring me back to video for sure.
Dude, have you seen the phase cams like way back in the day, dude? Those are so
cams
sick.
was huge for me. That's certainly what got me into video game editing for sure. Like I used to love watching the cams. I didn't see all of them.
Yeah.
But I saw the popular ones for sure.
Yeah.
What is that?
The cams, it's like the montages, like the trick shotting montages,
Oh.
and then like it was like back when it was like the New York House Times.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that, but it was like either they got like 6 man on screen,
Yeah.
or they like hit some sick shot.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of
just
like
like
what
a whole montage of it.
paved the way for like video game trick shotting and
Yeah.
stuff. Like that's what really like made it huge for sure.
It was like that's how I got into Logic.
Into
Right.
Logic, because
Yeah.
they would edit it.
They
to
would
his-
use
Right,
Logic
a lot
a
of their
lot.
videos were edited with Logic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they use Logic songs,
Like
and
what
like
song?
Logic actually pulled up to the FaZe house. Like, there's a video of him
Thanks for
at the
using
FaZe.
Yeah.
house.
That's what I know about FaZe. 'Cause
Yeah.
Logic was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
he was just like hanging out with them.
Nice.
It was like a vlog. They're just all hanging out.
I love Logic.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Super cool.
What a guy.
Yeah, if you want to, the plan that we kind of have next semester is to try and do an Elevate type, documentary type video, to hopefully come out every month. Hopefully one for each of our few main teams.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I want to do Rocket
That-
League if I get the chance for that.
Rocket
That'd be
League for
so
sure
dope.
is happening.
I
Yeah.
feel like with the Elevate series, I feel like it's so hard to like explain how much work that was though.
Oh
too.
yeah. No.
Like
No
that was
doubt,
like
yeah.
late nights. I think I was here one time till like 1 a.m. and then I came back
Yeah.
again to the lab at like 8 a.m.
Yeah. I feel like it's a lot harder when you don't. You were in a situation where you didn't shoot any of the content yourself, so you were just given like hundreds of videos, and you're like, "What is
It
this?"
was crazy
Yeah.
going through like the VODs with like
Because-
Richie and like trying to
It's-
figure out the order of everything was insane.
Especially if you're working on it just by yourself. Like
Yeah.
I can't.
And it
even
was on like a
imagine.
game that like you weren't very aware of.
Well, I know everything about COD now.
Yeah.
I can tell you everything.
You said that yesterday. I remember that, or the other day.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
I think I know more about that game than I do like games that I play.
Mhm.
Like,
It's
just
a
like
fun game.
the order of events too. It's really funny too because I was going through the content with Richie and Richie was like, "This is so good. You have to put this in," or like, "Oh no, you're good. That part doesn't really matter." Like finding out seeing what is a good clip and what isn't. I think I learned so much about like clipping and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Just
Yeah,
like,
and then
did
you actually
did you
didn't- Yeah.
Guys,
it's one of the
guys, duck and cover, guys.
One of the lights is like freaking out, making some crazy noise.
Earthquake. There's an earthquake.
I didn't know I was back in California.
Yeah,
Richie,
for real.
what were you
What
saying?
was it? What was that what was it in Cal? Like
The
not
magnitude?
drop and roll because that's for like fire, but like what was
Duck
it?
and cover.
Yeah,
Duck and
duck and
cover?
cover. Yeah,
I would always go through
Which is
the
some
doorways.
BS.
hide under the desk.
They would do that same thing for nuclear protocols. You think that's gonna your
What?
desk chair?
I was
in
gonna
elementary
say,
school is
if
gonna
there's a
stop you from
nuclear,
a
no,
nuke?
it's over.
You
I
wouldn't
saw
know you're in
that.
Arizona.
That thing was a
Yeah,
shoot.
right.
It was
Yeah,
California.
right.
I would always get taught to go to like the doorways.
I used
Go
to live.
to the doorway?
Yeah, like they're more support. On the
I don't think I
doors.
ever did a nuclear protocol.
Did you guys
I
ever
never
have to
did
do
No.
like tornado drills?
Yeah,
I have done
I did
tornado.
in Minnesota for sure.
You live in Minnesota?
Yeah, for a couple years.
Oh
I
my
learned
goodness.
about them
Yeah.
in Kansas.
That's how I got into Rocket League.
I
I lived in Minnesota for 10 years.
10?
That's where I
Yeah,
lived.
wait, where were you from again?
Oh, I think I actually did talk to you about this. Yeah, I
were
lived
you
in.
from
I lived in
Rochester?
no, Apple Valley.
Oh,
It's
Apple
kind of
Valley.
close. Yeah,
I mean, I was from Eden Prairie.
yeah. So that's pretty close. Yeah,
That's
totally forgot about
within 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I think.
I love Minnesota.
Yeah, it was beautiful, but it was sticky in
Yeah.
summers and cold in the
It
winter.
was.
really
Yeah,
humid.
no, the summers were brutal.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Dude, that was the first thing. Like, I moved there. That first night I got there, the sun was going down. First thing our neighbor did was give us bug spray, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not excited
Well,
anymore.
that's another thing too. In the summer, the sun is out so much longer.
Mhm.
I went camping a couple years ago, and we
Oh,
didn't
good
have like
idea.
any like any technology on us. So like the sun was like setting. We're like, oh yeah, it's like it feels like it's like 8 o'clock. We checked, it was like 11. And I was like, oh okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, all right.
Yeah.
Goes down that late.
Yeah, it was.
Dude, yeah,
It's
it would
wild.
psych me out, bro. I'm like, that's not something I've ever.
Yeah.
It's not something I've ever vocalized.
The winter too would also be the same. It would be the opposite. You know,
Yeah.
we'd have really really long nights.
Yes, it was dreadful, bro. I got a serious gaming addiction. Then I would just play for like 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours
Yep.
at a time.
Because what else can you do in the winter when
I
it's
know,
negative
man.
15 degrees out?
Yeah, dude. All I would play is Destiny 2 and Rocket League. Only 2 things.
Did you start playing the new finals game? I wanna
Well,
talk-
okay. So
is it okay
I
to
was
talk about it now?
on that shizzle
the beta version.
long time ago, early this year, whenever they were announcing it. Every single piece of information I was on top of.
I don't
And
understand
then the
game.
beta came out, played the absolute tar out of it. And last night at the Game Awards, they released a trailer,
Jack was
and
like
at the
this.
end, they were like, "Stay tuned for the release date." At the end, and then at the end, it says "out now."
And he
Instantly, go off on a
booked it.
group
He booked
FaceTime.
it.
I've never
Room.
seen you so excited.
I
That's-
screamed. I
I
screamed.
love
I have
that.
a video of you too. You're like,
Yeah,
and like he has his phone out and he's like recording it too. He's like, I gotta get this. I gotta get
yeah.
this.
And it was
He
awesome
booked it
because
to
I
his
put all my
room.
friends on it too. So like, there's a kid playing that right now back there, because it just came out last night at like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. But yeah, I was on that. Got all my buddies on it from the beta, so we all just hopped on a group FaceTime last night. It's out! It's out! We were so excited
I don't
because it
get
wasn't
it.
confirmed. It was just rumored that they were going to show it at the Game Awards, because that's why I even thought to put it up when we were at dinner. I
Oh,
wasn't
that's
streaming
right.
it,
Yeah,
dude.
That's
the
right.
only reason why.
Yeah, he was waiting his whole life for that.
Yeah, so it's out. Very excited. I'm really excited to see that hopefully get brought into the esports scene, because it's totally made to be an esports game, because
really-
it's like a game show and they have announcers, and it's like procedurally generated, so it can really run on its own. All the voice lines are AI generated,
Wow.
so they can really input anything that they want throughout the game.
Dude, it was
and
so funny when I was playing.
It was
Yeah,
so.
it's
fu-
already got like a tournament
Well,
mode. You
What-
know?
I
what
was
It's a
game is
tournament
this?
game.
I was
Yeah.
I was watching over Rich's shoulder and everything was just blowing up. Like the building was falling apart.
Yes, everything is destructible.
And there was
The guy was like,
lasers.
"Whoa!"
yeah.
Richie's like, do I have to do that or could I just like? Can I just kill people? Like, do I have to like actually?
Yes,
do
but
the-
there's an objective.
Yeah. What's
Get
it?
the money and bank the
But
money.
like
So
what
do
you
you
notice is
steal
that
it?
when you what I noticed is that like if you play the objective, you end up finding everybody
Mm.
because everyone's like trying to do
Yes.
it. So
There's a couple different game modes. There's the only 2 that are out right now is Cash Grab and Bank It, I think is what they're called. Cash Grab. I'm gonna get them those two mixed up, but I'm pretty sure Cash Grab, you just get money by killing another player. You grab their money, then you go bank it somewhere.
it was
There's a
like
few bank
there was
points
like
around the map.
vaults where you got the cash and then you would have to like put it in the ATM.
That's Bank It.
Oh.
Are you sure? Because I
Yes.
just played last night.
I'm a fucking biggest fan of this game. No, I could totally be getting mixed up. I know the difference
Richie's
between
like,
the
this
two
thing
modes,
is shooting
but-
me. It
I was
like
like,
a
I
robot.
swear.
Wait,
Just
what?
a
I was,
random robot
I don't
shooting
even
me.
know
I
what
think it was
game
cash
this
grab
is.
because it was
It's
like up
like-
to 20,000. I had to
I don't
collect
either. I would
20,000.
watch
Yeah.
Richie play it for like
And
he played one
That's
map,
where you
was
just
it?
coins spill out from a player, not a box.
It's
Huh.
like
I'm not too sure.
like
though.
Overwatch, it
There's
felt like, 'cause you,
another
like-
one where a vault spawns,
it's not
only
even like
one
Overwatch.
single
I don't know how
vault.
to explain it.
Yeah, that was the one I
I
played.
thought
yeah.
it was gonna be a battle
I
royale.
don't want to have a side conversation.
What game is this?
The finals.
The finals.
The finals. I have never heard of this title in my life. I'm
Give
not
it a
gonna
go,
lie.
bro. It's,
How mu- is it-
It's
How much is it?
4 teams of 3 that
It's
spawn on
free?
a single map. Yeah, it's free.
I'm gonna have to get it.
Yeah, it's a 3v3,
It's just-
v3,
Looks
v3.
confusing.
So shout out the finals. If they happen to hear this, sponsor us. We would love to come to your first major that you have.
Major.
Maybe do a podcast there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do a
right.
podcast there, and we'll film content for you. Very big fan of the game. I love it so much. So,
Yeah, I could
yeah.
tell.
That
Yes.
genuinely sounds kind of fun though. Like I actually
Yeah.
feel like I'd enjoy
We've got it
playing
on these
that.
computers. I
I
might
just-
be staying after this podcast.
I feel like-
playing.
I feel like if I just loaded in and played, I would understand. But like watching it from someone like over someone's shoulder, I think it's
Yeah,
just confusing.
it's played, a little bit differently than other games, just because it's not like a battle royale where there's like 100 players, and it's not just a team versus a team.
It was
There's
like
4
9.
teams of 3.
It just looked like so many different types of games like combined.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was really cool because of that. Anyways, moving on. We're here to talk about creativity.
Well, that's esports. I feel like that's
Yeah,
a good,
it's esports, and I'm a big
I
fan.
think that's a good topic,
Yeah.
and it's new,
Yeah.
current
Dude,
events.
use my clips for a gaming montage. When I get clips of the finals,
I'll find a way to make it look good.
We're gonna
Yeah.
make a
I
finals
could totally,
team.
I could totally make it
Yeah.
like look interesting. Like,
yeah,
For sure.
I would like to take a stab at making a montage as well, because I've made gaming videos, but really for, like a certain objective, whether it's advertising a product or announcing the date for something. I've never just shown off clips to make them flashy. So I think on that topic is something I would want to do as well, is make montages, which I've
Yeah.
said for a long time being in this club.
Just do it.
Our players just don't have very good clips.
yeah, right. Like,
They just
Well, they
don't
just
send
like
them.
yeah, they don't send them.
Yeah.
It's hard to communicate and get the whole team on board.
Yeah, and they're like 720p.
There's always at least one
sometimes.
person on
Oh,
each team that
no.
will give good clips, and then the rest of the team won't give clips. So it's like you're just gonna do, but like, you don't want to do one video on just like one player.
that's
Yeah.
the thing too. When I was in my editing days, you just mentioned like 720p clips.
Mhm.
There were so many times where I would get, when I would work for teams, and I would get sent clips to make a montage, and they'd be like 1080p, but 30 frames.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. If you're gonna send clips to an editor, at minimum 1080 60.
Yes.
Yeah, 60.
Otherwise, you can't time remap. You can't do anything to it, and it just becomes like so hard to work with. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be like the worst thing ever, is getting sent a clip drive and it's like 720/30 or like 1080/30.
Yeah, and see, like not everyone thinks of that.
Yeah, no,
That's like
like
the hard part is getting like.
Like a lot of people have no idea what that means.
yeah, right. And that's the thing too, is and some people, like their machines, they're crap, right? Like they can't record 1080/60 because then their performance is terrible. Like,
That's why we have the lab. Shout
Hey.
out.
shout out to
Shout
Bob.
out.
For real.
But yeah, definitely, I feel like getting clips is more like the hardest part. But then when you have everything, then it's like mapping out what
Yeah.
your vision is.
Yeah, and it's not just that. Another thing that I worked with, doing editing video games, is it's not just the clips, but also making it like have a story behind it. So you make cinematics for it and stuff. That was really easy when I made videos for Phantom Forces, because everything was on Roblox. So it's not like Overwatch or something where like the replay mode is kind of restricted. You can't really do much with it. But then you can actually add so much more to your scene. You can record it right through Roblox and stuff. Like it was actually pretty intuitive for it literally being Roblox. Like I found I could do a lot more in it, and as the community grew, a lot of people from like the COD community actually came over, because Call of Duty, like, they kind of paved the way for making creative montages and stuff and having these like crazy cinematics and stuff, and they were able to bring some of the stuff that they used and implement it into Roblox. Like, it was really weird, but it worked. It really did. And so a lot of people were able to make, like, at some point they were able to make like animated cinematics and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they weren't just like these like motionless characters with camera movement. Like, it was actually really cool with what some people came
It
up
sucks that like Call of Duty always had like the theater mode, and they just like got rid of it just
Yeah,
like, randomly
yeah.
a couple years ago, and now like all you can really rely on is just like what you see on screen. But like on theater mode, you can like have a free camera.
Yeah.
Like during the game, it was so sick. Like I don't know why they got rid of it.
That was a classic back in those sniper montages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sniper.
And
we
we will be right back. And we are back. I'm fried.
My brain is
So, as an episode to introduce one of our new officers, we thought we'd do a little icebreaker game.
Classic.
What is it called?
We're not-
We're
we're
not
not-
really strangers.
Wait,
We're not
wait.
really strangers.
Not
It's my
really.
favorite game.
Not really.
And you know what's crazy? Zach said he loved this game too.
It's so good.
Oh, you've played this
I play
before?
this all the time with my friends. Yeah.
Oh, really? So
It's-
you already know all the
it's-
answers?
I mean,
It's different every time you play.
Zach, do I remind you of anyone?
do I remind?
Do I remind you? Wait.
And it's like open questions, so like
Do I remind
all
you
three
of
of us
anyone?
can answer.
It's a great question. I don't think so. Honestly, like,
Yeah, that's kind of a dumb question.
You
That's
remind me
kind
of
of
someone
a-
in high school.
it's kind of a silly question.
You remind me of
Jack.
Jack Sparrow.
I'm just doing another question because that was.
Do another question. This one's
Dumb one.
This is also kind of lame. It's a little bit better. What character would I play in a movie?
In a movie? Actually, I feel like I can answer this.
Stop.
With the Water Boy.
Yeah.
We just watched the Water Boy yesterday. What's his name again? in it?
Adam Sandler.
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh.
Well, yes, but like, what's his name? Bobby, yeah,
That's
Bobby
the main
Boucher.
character.
Yeah,
That's
but
fair.
we're like his like in the movie name, Bobby Boucher. Okay.
So who do you think I would be?
I thought you said you had an answer for this.
I actually genuinely feel like you as a character in a movie would probably just be like just the dumb one, like the dumb silly one, you know, like
Graham,
like
come over here for this question.
like there.
We have to answer it for Richie.
No, we're actually answering for Jack.
No,
Oh,
I know,
wait,
but I have my next one. Graham's gonna join in on
Well,
this.
so something silly.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Something
guys
silly.
Yeah, just like
but-
there's always like the main character, but you're the one that like everyone's supposed to love because you're just like you have like the comedy part to it all.
Richie?
But
He's like the-
it
No,
doesn't
no,
have
Jack.
comedy.
No,
Oh, I was
Jack
gonna say
is-
if that was Richie.
Everybody,
Yeah, no, if it
this
was
is
Richie,
Graham.
like
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say hi, Graham. Hi, Graham.
Hi.
Graham will be on a
Graham.
future episode. This is just a little teaser trailer.
Yeah, he's our advisor.
So my question was, do you think plants thrive or die in my care?
In your care?
Yeah.
They all die.
I think they thrive.
100%.
Oh, no,
Most of
they-
them die.
Yeah.
What?
You'll
I
take care of a
He's
couple of
screwed as
them.
well.
No,
I
I.
think you could
I
like,
can-
keep a cactus
We
alive or
talked about-
succulent.
No, on backgrounds I cannot talk about. They
Yeah,
thrive.
They would thrive, and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. We can talk about it off pod.
Yeah.
As a child, what do you think I wanted to be?
An astronaut.
What do you think I wanted to be as a child?
I think we've talked about this before. Didn't
president.
you want to do like filmmaking?
No.
Really?
No,
That's what you-
I didn't
what?
want to do film until college.
Oh,
I
that's
was a
fair.
photography
Be,
person.
A vet?
Wednesdays.
No. I wanted to be a math teacher.
I was gonna say, considering that you told me that you like majored in math, I was genuinely gonna say like a
I
math
wanted
teacher
to
or
be
something.
a teacher. Yeah, I
Yeah,
really wanted to
that
be a
that
teacher.
that would
Should've
make
let
the
him
most
have enough
sense.
time to
Like
guess.
honestly.
I wanted to be a teacher, and then I wanted to be a photographer. And then I wanted to be a teacher again, and now I do marketing and then
Okay.
film. So yeah,
Alright,
I
alright.
started off with photography. I actually did a lot of photo shoots and stuff like that.
Okay, so just come on. I got this. Watch this. Here. I'm gonna pull the best card ever.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
pull a
yeah. Some
couple
of
if
them
you
are
want,
pretty
and this is
stupid.
about you.
Oh wait, I literally just pulled this. We just answered this one.
Why are you pulling it from the back? Pull it from the top. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, I screwed it all
You
Here,
can
up.
do you
just
want
pull
me to
from the
hand
middle of
you
the
one?
deck
Wait,
at this point.
Yeah.
This one's dumb too. Hold on.
There's a
hold
couple
on.
dumb ones that I just like.
I dropped
put in
it. Okay, this one's fine. Do I seem like a coffee or tea person, sweetened or unsweetened?
Tea.
there. Oh, I was gonna,
Really?
I was gonna say
no, I was
coffee.
gonna say
See
coffee.
that
I'm
being
getting
a
coffee
little,
vibes.
a little hidden key fact
you get
about
so
you
excited?
is that you're a tea guy.
Tea,
Like,
I
it seems
don't
like-
sweetened though,
Coffee.
sweetened or unsweetened?
Sweet.
Sweetened.
Sweet.
What do you say, Richard?
I think coffee.
Yeah,
I,
I think you're 100% a coffee guy, but still.
I say coffee.
it's like a mix. I used to. We should put it back.
Yeah, go ahead.
You can
You
draw a
draw
couple.
another
I
one.
can draw
They're
one.
going pretty fast. We,
Okay,
yeah.
What do you think? What do you think we are?
I'll answer this one in a second. Wait. Okay, wait. First, before I answer that for you guys, I will say I am more of a coffee person now, but I used to be really obsessed with tea. So
I knew it.
I don't know.
sensed it.
I love iced tea though. Like my favorite drink ever is an Arnold Palmer. Like Arizona Arnold
Arnold
Palmer.
Palmers are really good though.
Love me an
Those
Arnold
are
Palmer.
so good.
Anytime I go to like the Wedge or something, when they have it there, I get that.
Yeah.
But for you guys, I feel like Jack, I feel like you get your coffee and you just dump sugar in it. Like it's not even coffee anymore. Same for you, Richie. I feel like you might do that too. I feel like you like caffeine.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Yeah.
I drink it. I drink it just straight sometimes.
Yeah. No, like just like black coffee.
Zach, what
Yeah.
about- what
Sometimes
about
I'll
me?
just drink black coffee.
I feel like you could be a tea person. Like I feel like you would indulge in a nice cup of tea,
I actually
sweetened.
did start drinking tea, but
What'd I
I
say?
am 100% a coffee person.
Okay.
I'll
well,
put
that's
my
fair.
coffee on and I'll drink it however.
Okay, that's,
I've been
that's
pretty
fair
much
enough.
daily drinking coffee since freshman year of high school.
Daily.
So, yeah.
What?
Holy smokes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I like my caffeine.
So I was
I'll have it
right.
in any way, shape, or form.
I was right then.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you had good guesses.
What's your
there.
next question?
All right. The next question: how likely am I to go camping? how likely,
Well,
or wait, no, how high maintenance is my setup?
that's your setup.
Well, you
Well,
already
considering-
talked about
I feel like
Yeah.
you're pretty, but
Yeah.
I feel like he's a pretty simple man.
Yeah,
Like simple things, yeah.
that's
You seem like the type of guy who can build a tent.
that's honestly really true. Like, if as long as I have a tent, that's all I care about, and a place to make a fire. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that guy on YouTube? What's his name? He's from Alaska, and he
Oh
does
my
he
goodness.
has a video every Saturday, and he's obsessed with his butter, his bread and the
Yep.
honey butter.
Yep, I
You know what I'm
know
talking about? That guy
exactly
pops
what
up
you're
on my
talking
TikTok all the
about. I
time.
see it on my TikTok all the
Yeah.
time too.
Oh my gosh.
He lives in like this, like he'll like camp in the middle of a snowstorm.
Yeah.
And like will build his own igloo.
And didn't he do it like with his kid?
Yeah, he like
Yep.
brings his kid along.
Yeah, I saw
Are
that.
you warm? Yeah.
The kid's like in a huge blanket, dude. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Can't even see the kid in it.
Yeah. That's a
Love
decent
a good
question.
camping trip. Those are fun.
I love camping.
I think out of all of us, if we were to camp, I would be the worst one.
I was gonna
Really?
say it
Easily.
100%. I grew
Wow.
up camping.
I'm definitely not an outdoors person.
I remember when we
necessarily.
camped.
Yeah.
How-
I love the outdoors.
Yeah, me and Richie shared a tent
My
a month or two ago.
my last camping trip was like the most intense camping trip you could ever think of.
That's
Really?
camping.
Like first, I had to fly to Minnesota, stay there, right? So we're down south, so you know, like we're in Apple Valley, so you know where that is. And then we have to take a 3-hour drive up to past Duluth.
Past Duluth?
Past
Duluth.
Duluth.
Like the boundary.
Duluth.
Yeah, I went to Boundary Waters. We went to the Boundary Waters, so it was that 3-hour drive up past Duluth.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then when we got to the Boundary Waters, we did like a 3-hour canoe trip to get to our campsite.
Oh, you told me about this.
I
Yeah,
thought I was
I
gonna
did.
die on that camping.
It
that
was
trip.
it was intense. It was not for the weak.
Yeah.
Like it's completely
Yeah,
off
edge
the
of
grid.
world. That was scary.
We had no cell service, nothing. Like, you know, if you got hurt out there, like, bro, you're screwed. You know?
I thought Richie was taking me to the forest to kill me. Like we were following you guys, and you didn't tell me we were gonna be.
We went to Edge of the
Off-roading.
World.
And we were camping
Oh,
at
you
the
went to Edge of the
I
World?
don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
And me and my
I
roommate
w-
were driving one car, and then he was in the car with 2 other people, and we were following him, and it just kept getting worse. And then all of a sudden, we were on a cliff.
Oh, okay.
I was
But it was a
scared.
really nice view.
I was gonna say that.
It oversees
I
Sedona.
thought I was gonna
That's
die.
I would love that.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
would-
so
really
nice.
cool,
totally
but
do
the
that.
drive there was a little sketchy. But and then we
It's-
also
you're in
were
high
It's just
school.
camping.
off-roading.
Rocky
Yeah.
kind of scared me in the tent. I thought he was a bear.
Rocky.
I could hear him like moving the whole tent.
Yeah, it was crazy. On that camping trip, like,
Gosh, running
all of our food had to be contained into this barrel.
How long were you camping for?
It was 4 days.
Okay, you didn't
Yeah.
just go out there and be
Dude,
like, all right,
I
one
would
day and
never
No.
do
It's
that.
over.
I would never in my life do that.
We had to
don't
like
know
hang
camp-
our
you don't
food
know
in a
camping?
barrel and like hoist it on a
give off
tree
those
so bears
vibes.
wouldn't get to it. Like it was, and then another thing too, you had to get a permit to camp there, and only I don't remember exactly how many people were allowed in at a day, but there is only a set amount of people that are allowed to enter the Boundary Waters at a day.
That's
Was
so
it
sick.
beautiful?
It was gorgeous. I took a lot of pictures. I'll have to show you after this pod.
Sure.
But like it was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Jack gives off glamping vibes.
What is that? Glamorous camping?
It's like
It's like
RV.
yeah, RV.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
or like cabin.
Like I hate
Yeah,
the people
dude,
with like
I
the
ain't
huge
doing that.
RVs.
Like you gun to my head, bro. I will
Do you
not.
actually not like tent camping?
Dude, that is so.
I'm not surprised, but
Like I don't know. I'm over exaggerating it a little bit, but I 100% would not ever commit to going tent camping.
That's
for
crazy.
fun.
it's so fun though.
I'll
You
do
just
one
fire the
night.
Fire.
Yeah, I might do one night. I could do one.
like
night.
multiple nights. Like once it passes 2 nights, it's not fun.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I agree.
For me, it's not. Like I want a shower.
The park ranger we talked to told us that there was some group that was out there for 2 months.
Oh my
2
gosh.
months?
2 months.
Okay, that's too much.
Like that in like 2 months, like without anything. Like there's no connection
How
to
do
the
you
outside world.
That's a lot of
self-sufficient?
lunch.
Right? Like that's
Yeah,
that's
how do you have that much food?
yeah. They had
Food
somebody they would
is
have
the
to
hardest
canoe
part.
up to the outfitters, you
Yeah.
know, and then people would give them food and then they would canoe back. It's
That's
crazy. I know. That's so wild.
I think I would do that at some point, but I don't think.
like
I
2
could
months is a
plan it.
long time.
But planning it out, I think, would be the hard part. Like separating 2 months of my life to just go off the grid. I think that's a lot of commitment.
Yeah, for sure.
We have
You come back and the world is a whole different place. Like
Yeah.
I'd be
What if you
terrified.
leave and you come back and like just
there's no
saying,
government
you
anymore.
have no idea.
You want to ask one more question?
We could, yeah. All right. Oh,
Did you see that bright
Okay, here we
full
go.
screen of his face real quick.
What does my Instagram tell you about me?
You
That you're a
take pictures.
Yeah, you like photos.
So that's the easiest question ever.
Yeah.
You guys haven't. I don't have you guys on my personal one yet.
I think I might.
I
You sure?
only have Zach.
Because I have to. Yeah, it's the private one. After
He's
this,
a Finsta.
Is it a Finsta?
no, I barely post on there. I post like once a month, maybe.
That's
Yeah.
relatively frequent. I post like twice a year.
Yeah, like before I only post like once a year.
Yeah.
Like ever since I came up here, I was like, I actually have like
I'm gonna see
more of a
what my
life.
impressions of Jack would be if I looked at his Instagram. It's all books though. Jack.
I would like a different Instagram. Can I have yours?
Jack, you look like a snazzy kid.
A snazzy
You look
kid.
pretty snazzy. You definitely give off frat and.
Yeah, the first time I saw like all of your guys' Instagrams, it's like, okay, yeah, it's
I
very
definitely got
Greek
that-
life.
Yeah, I got that a lot.
I don't know what you're
before
talking
even
about.
joining
like,
Life.
like very Greek life. Like especially
Yours?
Richie's. Not gonna lie.
What?
Richie?
Like I saw yours, I was like, oh yeah, you're in a frat, and I didn't even know you were in one yet.
Okay, let's see here.
Low key milk.
Oh, Richie is very frat.
What?
That's what I was
Most
just
frat
saying.
ever.
Like 100%.
How's that frat?
Um.
I have one picture, and that's formal.
So this
Actually, I have two
picture-
pictures.
You
That's
have
me
this
and T.
picture. This, yeah, you and T look like you're
Yeah,
in a
I don't think
frat.
it's very frat.
The car picture is
I
very
don't
frat.
Uh,
This is also at the house.
yeah, but no one would know that.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
That's
yeah,
wild.
you would. Jax gives off California kid. You
Yeah,
give
no,
off
that's-
California vibe, especially with like this picture. It looks very
That's very
California.
valid.
You know
Well, I
what I'm
was in
saying?
California.
Yeah, when I saw Jax, that's what I thought too.
we're getting judged.
Mine is definitely
what we
sorority.
are.
If
Yeah.
that makes
Well,
you
let's get
feel
a
any
roast
better.
session going, huh?
Yeah.
You stink like poo.
I said that mine looks sorority. Yeah, I have a lot of formal pictures.
Yours are definitely very sorority.
Huh?
Yours are pretty sorority.
Yeah.
So
they're cute.
sorority.
So
Zach, I think
sorority.
this is a time to get into the new segment where we ask what his
Wait, what?
your best hot take, like esports hot take
Oh yeah.
In
Gaming,
esports,
esports.
or
Yeah.
just in gaming in
in
general?
gaming.
Man, I remember I dropped a pretty good one when I came
Yeah,
up on
yours
the.
was about
I talked about Minecraft. But I actually after that though I thought of so many more, and I think one that I take home to this day, is that like games like Sea of Thieves and stuff, like those open roam games where like all you do is like quests and stuff, are very underrated. Like I feel like they're very underappreciated.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I love Sea of Thieves.
That's crazy.
Like any game
Yeah.
like that where
Wait, isn't that the game I just started downloading last night? I think that's the game I literally started downloading last night.
it's so fun.
It's 51% of the way downloaded as
But-
of last night.
But games like that where it's just like open world, PvP, PvE, you know, bunch of quests, huge storyline, takes a long time to complete. I love games like that. Like I love a game that I can tell myself like I'm not going to complete this for years.
Yeah.
Like I love that. Like I love just having a game that I can
Like
work
Clash
on
of
for a while.
Clans.
What?
Absolutely not.
Have you played Cyberpunk?
No, I
Give
have
it a
not.
go, bro.
Oh, you would like that game.
I've watched the anime.
It's
I never
cool.
never played
The
it.
It's
anime
super
was
sick.
really good.
It was actually
I
pretty
thoroughly
good.
enjoyed it.
I actually liked it a lot.
Ooh.
Wait, ask the microphone.
Here, you take this one.
I have a question for Jack.
Yo,
I'm
hold it
listening.
Like this, like
What were your
you're-
thoughts of the finalists releasing last night?
Oh, we just talked about
We
that.
just went over that.
I went on a big rant about it earlier.
Yeah.
But TLDR, I am thoroughly excited, and I can't wait to see its lifespan and where it goes from here. And can we get it downloaded on all the computers, please?
As soon as I saw that last night, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna text you, but yeah.
Well, that just really proved it. I still can't believe you talk about Sea of Thieves. That's
I love it.
I literally just started downloading it.
I got Pirate Legend a couple months ago.
That's a subtle flex. Put that on your Tinder.
Yeah, right. Like I got Pirate Legend. I was like, I'm literally him. Like, and, yeah.
On your resume.
I've been playing it since like freshman year of high school too. I've been at it, and I just now got Pirate Legend. Like that's, I don't know. For a while, like I didn't really like play the objectives of the game. Like I would just go out and like fish.
Yeah.
It's like that's all.
Sometimes it's like the most.
It's
fun
kind of
part.
relaxing. Like just
Yeah.
going out and fishing. Like come on, man.
It's such a vibe.
You can't tell me that there's days in your life where, like I just want to fish.
I
or
don't
something
think I've
simple.
ever said
Okay.
that.
Okay, whatever. Maybe that's just me then.
It's
but,
just-
but like it's just relaxing.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Well, Zach, we are very happy. We're happy.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, we are very happy to have you on our esports dev team, especially on the social side. Biased for myself there because I am also doing socials. I think this is going to be a great outlet for you to really experiment creatively. So before we close things out, is there anything that you would like to mention or shout out?
Hey, I guess I'll just shout out my Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow me at Zach.photo. There's two H's in Zach, though. I'll just say that. But hey, if you ever need senior photos, I got you. Relatively reasonable prices.
They're really good. He's really good. So you should judge his work before you judge the price.
Yeah. So there you go. That's all I gotta say. My website is zachphoto.org. If you want to take a look at it, I couldn't get the .com because that domain was like $130 a year.
It is.
Oh.
So I wasn't gonna do all that.
.org
Yeah,
though?
no.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
.org is sometimes better than .com.
I don't know. It was like literally like Google domains was like $2. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's all I gotta say.
Well,
I'd like to say something.
say that something.
Since this is going to be released Monday, it's going to be finals week. So good luck to everybody with their finals. Hope you guys are studying and being prepared. Yeah, school is number one. Stay in school if you want to be cool.
Wear your seatbelt.
Wear your seatbelt.
Have you seen
Stay
Oliver?
hydrated.
Hug your mom.
Good luck. I know I'll be studying when this comes out.
But
Well, with that being said, I'm Jack.
I'm Richie.
And I'm Alyssa.
And I'm also Zach.
I'm still Zach.
I'm still Zach.
Was before and now.
And bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Goodbye.
Good night.
Fortnite podcast.
Hello.